Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss about a very basic topic on how to file the trademarks application and what to keep in mind, what precautions to keep in mind, what points to keep in mind before filing a trademarks application. Because your brand is the most valuable thing to you. It is your life, it's your business, it's your baby. You spent a lot of time in it, you invest a lot of time in it. So taking that into note, and it's a very long process. Taking the long process into note, sometimes it's a short and sometimes it's long. So let's say it's an average process. Taking that into note, you will be investing around 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years time on average on your brand. So the thing is, when you will not get the results after you have filed a wrong trademark application, you will lose your brand as well as you will lose your investments both in money and in time. So to avoid those things, let's keep these 5 points in note before filing a trademarks application. And it is very important, I think. So the first very point, like, where do we go? Where should we go? The first very point, you should go on Google. This is a very basic thing, I'll tell you. We'll start with that. Before filing a trademarks application, let's go to the Google. Let's find our competitors. When you are going to the Google, suppose you're searching your brand name on the Google. You put your brand name, and there might come around few brand names. You don't have to worry about that. You just need to check that is this brand your competitor or not. Sometimes, for example, you have filed for clothing business, but the brand you see is for the bakery business, and that is not going to conflict anytime in your life, because the thing is you are doing clothing and that thing is doing the bakery business. So you need to sort out that. You need to keep in mind before that. For example, you are going to start a brand. You think it's very catchy. The name is very catchy, but there might be someone else also who thinks same and who might have applied a long time ago or just a one day ago or just on the same day. So if you are not aware of that thing, that somebody already is using this brand and already has applied for a trademarks registration, then you might file an application. It might go to the objection and later hearing, and you will lose around 2 to 3 years time, and later you will know that it is refused and you will lose your brand totally. And after that, you have to build a new brand, a new name, and doing that is very tough. Everyone knows that. So the first point is, go to the Google, check about your brand, check your brand name, check that how similar competitors are there. First thing is, first note that while you talk to the consultant, your consultant who will be filing your trademarks application, please tell your consultant this very basic thing. So it will be very easy for your consultant as well to find that is this even registered or not. Because you will see that 99% businesses you find on Google are not registered under trademarks. Because the people in India start their business, they open an Instagram account or a Facebook account, they buy a domain, they start a website, or they start a shop. But what they do not do is they do not file for the trademarks registration, and that is a very basic thing, and it does not cost that much, while if we compare that to the time and money you have invested in your business. So always save your brand, I'll say that. So first thing first, go to the Google, check as I explained, do that. Second thing, ask your consultant. I'll say you can also do it yourself. Go to the public search, put on Google public search. You will find a first link of IP India, public search. You have to click that link. After clicking that link, you have to then try the combinations. Trying out the combinations is very important thing in that. For example, there are three combinations: start with, contains, and match with. And there is a second most important combination, that is phonetic. You have to check that as well. So there are 4 combinations right now, and later there is going to be increase in Vienna codification combination as well. So we'll start with the start with. You will put your brand name. You have to try the combination. For example, your brand name is a 2-name brand or a single name brand. You have to try it first. You put the single name, then you will file both the names together, then you will break the names and you will search and start with. You will see if the results are coming. Print those results in a PDF file, save it as a PDF, show it to your consultant so that you know that you should file it or not. Then try contains. This is the second most important. While you'll search in the contains, if the mark comes, you will get to know that whether the objection will come or not. You will be very clear about that thing. Third is match with. You have to repeat the process. Then you will drag the option above and you will select phonetic. When you will select the phonetic, if phonetic means sounds similar, like the sound is similar of the name. For example, legal and eagle sound same, so they are phonetically similar. So that can be a very big reason about for your objection, because in today's time India has a population of 140 crore people, and in that population many have filed the trademarks application. Many people think alike and many people file a combinations of names, so you have to check that. Once you have generated these reports, keep it to yourself so you that know. If you can check, please do that. Check prima facie. Prima facie means on face. Check it like you find anything similar or not. Noted that if you cannot, just tell your consultant about this thing, because many consultant I have seen that they file it in hurry, and what they do is they'll say to the client that we'll file it and don't worry, it will get approved. Without checking these things, they do that. I'm saying the quality consultants do not do that. Many good advocates, company secretaries do not do that. But there are plenty of these consultants who follow this bad practice, and it is your duty as well to make them aware that you should search the name at this site. Then you need to ask 3 questions to your consultant. The first 3 questions are all the questions are related to the objection. This is the third point we are discussing about. So you will go to the consultant, you will call your consultant, you will say these are the reports I have generated. For example, you get any name in the report. Then you will say sir, is there any possibilities of objection under 11.1, section 11.1 of the Trademarks Act? If you do not find any similar name, then you also have to ask 2 more objections. Is there any chances of objection under 9.1a? Is there any objection or chances of objection under 9.1b? Always ask these 3 questions from your consultant. I'll tell you one more thing, like company secretaries and advocates are not allowed to give 100% guarantee to their clients, because it's the profession, like the guarantee is not allowed to us by the profession itself, by our acts itself. So you need to put this on mail as well, or on the documented or WhatsApp, whatever you are using to communicate with your consultant. Is there any chances of 11.1, 9.1a and 9.1b objection? So this is the third very most point. You will know that what are the chances of the objections and what are the chances that your mark might go to the hearing. There are possibilities your mark might not go to the hearing. There are also possibilities your mark will go to the hearing. So there are 5 jurisdictions of trademarks all over India, and in Delhi's jurisdiction, that is the biggest jurisdiction, because Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, big states like Uttar Pradesh fall in this jurisdiction. So in this jurisdiction, you will see that it takes around 2 to 3 years average time to get the hearing date. So you have to take this in your note. For example, if your advocate says that don't worry, I've checked it that there is objection under 9.1b or 11.1, but we can get it accepted with these merits. Now ask the merits from your advocate. This is the point number 4. Ask the strategy from your consultant, from your advocate, from your company secretary. If the consultant says that there are the chances, sir, there are the chances, ma'am, there are the chances you'll receive the objection under 9.1a, ask them what merits are there for us to clear this case. If they'll say 11.1, you'll say there are similar names. What are the merits? What are the possibilities that our mark will get accepted? If they're 9, same for the 9.1. So this is the 4th point. Now the 5th point is, like, for example, there is a common. For example, the name is common, but you are already using this name from a longer period of time. So you can see that if a person has applied as on today, that is 2023, and if you are using it from 2020, then you can file a user affidavit and get your name approved as well, similar name approved as well. you have to check one more thing in point 5, like we are saying that you have to check, are the goods similar. For example, there are 5 businesses in class 30. 5 businesses have a same name, ABC, and out of those 5 businesses, all of them are doing the separate business, and all of them have registered their mark. For example, you are also doing separate business, because in a particular class there are only 45 classes in trademarks, and you can think that under those 45 classes all the goods around the world and all the services around the world are covered in only 45 classes. So you can see that there are, in a single class, there can be multiple businesses, and law says us, if there are multiple businesses and if the other business is not similar as yours, for example, the other business is selling tea and you are selling bread or a coffee. Let's talk about the beverages or hot beverages. You are selling the coffee, then your mark will get approved if your consultant can get it done. So I'll repeat those 5 points again. Number 1, we'll go to the Google. Prima facie, we'll check that is there any similar brand, because this is the most important and the easiest thing a proprietor or an applicant can do. Second thing, you have to go to the public search on Google. You have to open it and check under contains, start with, match with, and phonetic. Then you have to approach your consultant about that. Ask the consultant what are the possibilities of the objections. Then ask your consultant under 4 point that what will be the merits if there are objections, what will be our merits to make our case strong and get it approved. And fifth most important point, check if the user dates, you are a prior user or not, check the goods are similar or not. So keep these 5 things in mind before filing any trademarks application. In under point 5, there can be a one more thing, like for example, you have filed a logo. Other person has also filed a logo. Other person's logo is approved under say tea. You are also selling tea. But this can also be approved if your logos do not look similar. If your logos are not similar, and you can get it approved. So this is all from my side today, and please keep this in note, because your brand is the most important thing. Spending lakhs, even I'll say that everyone who is spending even 100 rupees you are spending, that is a lot for you. If you are spending 1 crore, that is also a lot for you, because the businessman spends as per its capability. So while you are spending on your advertisement, your business, so you are giving it out of your pocket, it's your expense. So keep these points in note so that you do not have to suffer in future. Because for example, if you are you'll just take note of these 5 points today, and you'll take the note and you'll just make the strategy on the earlier stage, that is before filing the application. So it will give you an upper hand, and also it will save you cost of lakhs, and most importantly it will save you a headache, it will save your time. And your brand, establishing a brand is not an easy task. It takes around 2 to 5 years minimum to establish a brand, and even after that, if you lose it, then it's going to look very bad. It will be very bad for you to start a fresh brand. Then please follow these 5 points before filing a trademark application. Thank you very much.